Okay, so welcome to today's class. I hope you're all doing well. Simon, you've taken a Dr. Joe class before, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll get started with the homework take up then. Okay, I think Farah just joined in. Hi, Farah. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'll just change your name here. Okay. So as a reminder, so Simon's just joining us today. The class will be going over writing techniques, informative writing, fictional stories, nonfiction, persuasive writing. But during the classes itself, we'll be doing vocab exercises, recommended book and author, a quote, reading fun, and topic writing. Okay? Was everyone able to do the homework last night?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So, Lucas, can I get you to read the answers for 1 to 4?
Uh, Number one, Roald Amundsen was born in Borge, Norway. Two, he was born on July 6, 1872. Three, Roald has dreamt of becoming an explorer, but his mother wanted him to become a doctor. Four, he followed his mother's wishes until she died when he was 21 years old.
Good job. Okay, so the answers for 1 is Borge, Norway, 2 is 1872, 3 is doctor, and 4 is 21 years old. Moving on to the next slide, can I get Farah to read the answers for 5 to 8?
He left school to pursue his dreams of exploring. 6. We must always remember with gratitude and admiration the first sailors who steered the vessels through storms and mists. 8. And increase our knowledge of the lands of ice in the south.
Good job. So again, the answer for 5 is exploring. 6 is gratitude and admiration. 7 is vessels and mist. 8 is knowledge and south. Okay, and can I get Shannon to read number 9 and 10?
9. A summary is a shortened version of the most important from the text in your own words. 10. Delete, substitute, and keep some information.
Good job. Okay, so hopefully that was all good. I'll make a new slide here. Okay, so if you did your homework, can you please send me your score in the group chat? So out of 10, how did you do? Okay, awesome work, everyone. So now we're going to get started with reading an application essay whose author was accepted by Harvard. So for this article, the prompt was to indicate a person who's had an influence on you and describe that influence. So this was by Nick Huber. So this is what I want you to pay attention to when reading this essay. Think about the following questions. What is the theme of the essay? Do I like this essay? Why? Only gut feeling answers, not systematic. Is this a good essay? So this is you're going to actually measure it by realizing if it has a theme that's supported, what characters or things are involved, what strengths and weaknesses have you found of the authors writing about them, How is the essay organized? So do they use paragraphs? Is there's good structure? They have good grammar, all of that, okay? So who wants to get started? So it's only a paragraph, but we'll split it into two, okay? Can I get Simon actually to read the first part?
Okay, so violent staccatos of the jackhammer coupled with rhythmic pounding of nails and muffled obscenities comprise the
job.
symphony of the construction site that has been my father's accompaniment for more than half of his life. While initially a position as a laborer seemed appealing to a junior in high school, strenuous physical labor loses its glamour to a man eclipsing 50 with a son about to enter college.
Good job. And Lucas, can I get you to read the second part?
As I battled through high school, I always found myself using my father as a blueprint to build me into the person I am today. If I could have only one friend for the rest of my life, I would choose my father. He has taught me lessons that I will never forget as long as I live.
Good job. Okay, so there were some words here that we wanted to review together. So the first one is staccato. Can I get Farah to read?
Adjective, characterized by performing in which the notes are abruptly disconnected. Noun, something done or performed in a staccato manner.
Awesome. And jackhammer, can I get Shannon to read?
Jackhammer. Noun, a handheld machine for drilling rock and breaking up pavement operated by compressed air.
Good job. Okay, so we'll continue on with the story. So can I get Farah to read up till here?
My father will be the first one to admit that he regrets postponing college and has always instilled in me the importance of education. I see the importance of education every night in the scratches and calluses on his hands and the ache in his knees. After every scholarship or award I receive, my father firmly shakes my hand and I tacitly promise to ease his pain. As I fill out my college applications, I officially become the first member of my family to apply to college immediately after high school.
Good job. And can I get Shannon to read here?
I broke the chain because while my friends spent summer at the beach, I worked to save money for my future. While my friends honed their wakeboarding skills, I discovered my passion for politics on a campaign trail. I never faltered because every night I gazed into a set of the proudest eyes before I went to bed.
Great job. So I think we're back to Simon. Simon, I'll get you to read up to here.
I remember that several weeks after my parents attended my middle school graduation, I had the enormous honor of congratulating my father after he realized his dream and got a college diploma, albeit 30 years overdue. My father's college diploma reminds me that no matter how bleak a situation may appear, I have the power to better it through diligence. As a freshman, my school resembled more actually a 3-year-old construction site with tradition and identity yet to be established.
Good job. Lucas, can you finish off this slide?
However, rather than become discouraged, I took the initiative to
Very
pioneer
close. Initiative.
initiative to pioneer mock trial, speech and
So mock
debate
trial.
mock trial, speech and debate and Junior State of America. things of which my father nor my school had never heard. In a school stained with prejudice, I co-founded Unity through diversity to advocate tolerance of all races, sexual orientations, and faiths. In a community bitterly divided by political affiliation and marred by apathy, I spearheaded the Junior State of America to promote intelligent political discourse and activism. In a school with 0 football victories, our freshman mock trial team gave the school championship trophies and pride.
Great job reading, Lucas. Farah, let me just see. Yeah, Farah, can you read up till here?
My father is not only a member of my family, he is a friend who I can talk to after a tough day. With the clock ticking down until I leave home for college and my father working longer days and weeks, I relish in the thought. I relish every moment with him. However, I also realize that I must stand on my own.
Okay, and Shannon, can you finish off the paragraph for us?
It is not my father's responsibility to make sure that I get what I want out of life. I must do this independently. As I say my final farewell to my father, I will forever remember that he has given me tools, but it is my job to use them to craft my future.
Great job reading, everyone. So that was a beautiful article that this person wrote about their father. So now it's your turn, okay? After reading and discussing the Nick Huber essay, finish the following job. Indicate a person who's had an influence on you and describe that influence. And I don't want you to write no more than 100 words, so try to aim for 5 to 7 sentences, okay? Does anyone have any questions about this?
Nope.
No? Okay. So let's get started then. So right now it's 11:14. Let me round that to 15. So let's have this done by 11:30, okay? Again, if you do have any questions, please message me in the chat or you can unmute yourself as well, okay? Okay, so we'll get started with editing some work. Simon, how's it coming along for you?
It's quite okay. I'm finishing it.
Okay, perfect. Just submit it whenever you can, okay? So we'll get started with Lucas. So Lucas, just to get started, I just wanted to let you know, next time try to just make it a bit longer, okay? But we'll get started. You can start reading.
My dad is a person who's had an influence on me. He always told me to be brave and strong no matter what the circumstances is. When there is a problem, my dad always tries his best to stay calm when oh he always has have a positive influence on me and I want to be like him someday.
Oh, that's really sweet, Lucas. Great job. So let's make a few edits together. My dad is a person who's had an influence on me. Does he have an influence on you right now or in the past?
He's having an influence on me right now.
Okay, so let's, instead of saying had, who has an influence on me, okay?
Okay.
Just because it's in present tense. He always told me to be brave and strong no matter what the circumstances are. Okay? So because you're saying circumstances, we have to put are because that is the plural version. When there is a problem, my dad always tries his best to stay calm. And because you already said that, we'll cross this out, okay? That's awesome. It's really good that you have a patient father. That's a good person to learn from. He always have, he always He will always have a positive influence on me, and I want to be like him someday. Awesome. Do you have any questions about the edits, Lucas? Nope. You did a good job, okay? Next, we have
Yeah.
Shannon.
Should I read it now? Or? Okay. The person who's influenced me a lot is my mom. She was always there for me on bad days and good days, on rainy days and sunny days. She always encourages me to work harder and to get over challenges. When I'm tired, she tells me to rest. When I'm energetic, she tells me to act. She's a common, cool person, always supporting me in whatever I do. I really appreciate her help and will try harder like she always tells me to do.
Awesome. That's a really great paragraph you wrote about your mom. We'll make a few edits together as well. A person who's influenced me a lot is my mom. Let's change it to she's always there for me, okay? Because she is, right? It wasn't just in the past. She's always there for me on bad days and good days, on rainy days and sunny days. She always encourages me to work harder and to get over challenges. When I'm tired, she tells me to rest. When I'm energetic, she tells me to exercise. She's a calm and cool person, always supporting me in whatever I do. I really appreciate her help and will try harder, like she always tells me to do. Awesome job. Okay, next we have Farah. So Farah as well, I think. For everyone, let me see one. Okay, good. And for Farah as well, I recommend you for next time just to write a longer piece. Okay, Farah, you can go ahead.
My sister influenced me throughout my life. My parents usually stuck us together in the same class, while she, being older, always pulled in front of me in a matter of a few weeks. No, what? And while she, being older, always pulled in front of me in a matter of a few weeks, I kept on trying to catch up. Since I always wanted to be better, I unknowingly also improved in my subjects in my effort to beat my sister.
Awesome. So yeah, your sister could definitely be a good influence on you. It looks like a really great writing passage here. My parents always stuck us together in the same class, and while she, being older, always pulled in front of me in a matter of few weeks. And just because this sentence is a bit long, I'm just going to break it up here, okay? But I like what you did with the commas. I kept on trying to catch up. Since I always wanted to be better, I unknowingly also improved my subjects in effort to beat my sister. And then here, if you wanted to add a concluding sentence, okay? That's if you want to, but overall, great work, Farah. And next we have Simon. Do you have any questions about the edits, anyone?
No.
Nope, okay. Okay, Simon, you can go ahead.
Okay, so my parents have been the most influential people in my life. Throughout my childhood, they guided me and helped shape me to who I am today. They taught me valuable lessons I couldn't have learned elsewhere. I trust and love them deeply, always following their advice and instruction. The support were fundamental to my growth and development. Teaching and action were always impactful and helpful, providing a strong foundation for my life.
Awesome, that was really good. Their support were fundamental to my growth and development. Their teachings and actions were always impactful and helpful, providing a strong foundation for my life. So the only thing I did was just change this to present tense, okay?
Okay.
So I'll just awesome job, Simon. Does anyone have any questions before we move on? No? Okay. So we'll get started now with our quote of the day. So our quote is by Winston Churchill. Can I please get Lucas to read this?
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Thank you for
Winston
reading.
Churchill.
Thank you. So here is Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of the UK from 1951 to 55. He was born November 30th, 1874, a long time ago in England, and he died January 24th, 1965. Okay, so a little bit about him. Can I please get Farah to read?
Sir Winston Churchill was a British statesman, army officer, and writer, best known for his leadership as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during World War II. Born into an aristocratic family in 1874, Churchill's early years were marked by rebellious spirit and thirst for adventure. His political career spanned over 5 decades, during which he held various positions within the British government. Churchill's wit and unwavering resolve made him a revered figure not only in his own country but across the globe. Beyond his political achievements, he was also a prolific writer, winning the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his historical writings and speeches.
Thanks for reading that, Farah. So now we're going to work on another writing piece. For this one, I'm going to change it to 10 minutes, okay? Because you do have to think a bit more. Think about a time when you faced a challenge or made a mistake. How did you feel? Did you want to give up or did you find the courage to keep going? Write a paragraph describing your experience, focusing how you persevered despite the difficulties. Remember Winston Churchill's quote, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Okay, does anyone have any questions about this writing prompt? So think about a challenge that you have faced. Okay, so let's try to get this done by 11:50. class, so we'll get started. I wanted to say thank you for sharing these stories because I know it is pretty, it's a vulnerable state to talk about these things. So I appreciate you all for sharing this. So we'll start off with Shannon.
One time when I made a mistake while doing a writing exercise in school, I felt like my whole life was ruined. I had to start over with only a few days left until we had to share, get them graded, and post them on a bulletin board. I was under a lot of pressure and I wanted to give up, but then I realized it was going to be okay. It was only a page long essay. The only thing I had to do was work on it and print it out. If I worked on it outside of school, I could definitely finish it before the big day. So I persevered through it and finally finished it just in time.
Awesome. So that was really good. So I persevered through it and finally finished it just in time. Awesome. So that's a great paragraph. And yeah, this definitely shows how you can relate to the quote we went over. So great job, Shannon. Next, we have Lucas.
One time I got a low score on my math test. I was upset, but I knew I had to keep going, just like Winston Churchill's quote said. Later, my teacher told me that I could retake the test after school. I took the chance to get a higher score, and I did. After that, I realized that failure is not something to worry about. You just have to push through it. Maybe you'll even get a better outcome. I'll keep that in mind for the rest of my life.
Great job, Lucas. So yeah, it definitely shows how you persevered and you did great. So I'm proud of you for that. I'm just gonna add, and maybe you'll even get better outcome out of it. Awesome job, Lucas. Next, we have Farah.
Do I read it?
Yep.
In fifth grade, there was a swim competition I really didn't want to go to. It would be my first one that was in the advanced levels, so I was worried, anxious, and hesitant. I didn't want to go and then fail, so I found all kinds of excuses as to not go. Finally, when I told my coach that I was actually afraid of failing, he told me there was no such thing as failing in a swim competition. There was no test that graded you nor a percentage that you had to score above. All you had to do was try your best, and that was it. That was what the swim competition was about, trying your best. Through his encouraging words, I went to the competition, and it really didn't end up that bad.
Awesome. So great job, Farah. That's really sweet that your coach was that nice and he gave you great advice. And your paragraph is great. I don't see any edits that should be made. So good job. Simon, are you done?
Quite. I'm still finishing it. Excuse me.
Okay, that's okay. We'll give you a few more minutes, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Farah, do you only swim or do you do any other sports?
I do some of the school sports, like I'm on some of the school teams for cross country and volleyball, but swim.
That's very good. Yeah. And you do competitive swim. That's really good. How about Lucas, Shannon? Do you guys play sports?
I also swim.
You swim as well. Amazing.
I also swim and I do a lot of tennis.
And you do a lot of tennis. That's really good. And I'm not sure. I think Simon was in my class before. I think Simon, you used to play soccer, right?
No.
No? Okay, maybe I'm getting you
No.
confused with someone else.
Yeah.
I used to play
No.
soccer.
You play soccer as well. Awesome. Okay, Simon, I just saw your work. Okay, Simon, you can go ahead. Let me just make this a bit bigger.
Okay. A difficult time for me was when I started playing in the school orchestra. I was new to the orchestra and I was the only one who played the contrabass. The teacher didn't teach us the basic of the instruments, making it hard for me to follow the orchestra and play correctly. Unlike my classmates who had peers to help them, I had no one since I was the only one playing my instruments. At first, I wanted to quit because I couldn't play well and had difficulty understanding what the teacher was asking me to do. However, I didn't give up. I continued trying harder than before. Finally, I succeeded. I learned to play correctly and understand the teacher.
Awesome. So that's really good how you persevered throughout your orchestra class. And yeah, you ended up succeeding. So amazing job, Simon.
Thank you.
And yeah, your paragraph looks great as well.
Thank you.
So good job. So now let's take a little break from some writing. Let me see what we should do. Okay, so we'll go over the recommended author and book for today, okay? So today's book is called Hearts Unbroken. So, hearing the title, looking at the cover, what do you think this story is going to be about? Anyone have any predictions? Lucas? Any predictions? Sarah?
It probably will be about a girl.
Okay, good. Farah, what do you think?
Maybe like the girl's heart. She goes through something difficult, but her heart still remains unbroken.
Good. So let's read a little bit about the book. Or actually, let's start off with the author. So I'll get rid of her middle name. But yeah, can I get Shannon to read this?
Cynthia Smith is a highly regarded author and advocate for diversity in children's literature, known for her powerful storytelling and commitment to representing Indigenous voices. A member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, Smith draws inspiration from her own heritage and experiences to create authentic and compelling narratives that resonate with readers of all backgrounds. With a background in law and publishing, Smith brings a unique perspective to her writing, addressing important issues such as cultural identity, social justice, and her power of storytelling to create change. Through her work, including Hearts Unbroken and other acclaimed novels, Smith continues to make a significant impact on the world of young adult literature, empowering readers to embrace their identities and create diversity.
And celebrate diversity. Awesome job. Thanks for reading that, Shannon. So let's read the overview of the book. Can I get Simon to read?
Okay, so Hearts Unbroken by Cynthia Smith is a completely young adult novel that follows the story of Louise Wolf, a Muscogee Creek high school student living in Kansas. When her boyfriend's insensitive comments about Native Americans are published in the school newspaper, Louise decided to take a stand against racism and cultural stereotypes. As she negatives the
As she
complexities.
navigates.
Oh, excuse me. As she navigates the complexity of identity, friendship, and first love, Louise learns the importance of staying true to herself and standing up for what she believes in, even in the face of adversity.
Great job reading, Simon. So yeah, definitely a lot of, I think someone yesterday said how they like realistic fiction, and this is something that fits in that category. So yeah, there are different themes here. So like standing up against racism, cultural stereotypes, and also persevering as well through adversity. So this is a book recommendation if you are interested in those topics. Okay, and now we'll go up to our vocab for today. So, 1 second. There's one mistake here. Just going to change it to the whiteboard for a second. Okay, can everyone see the screen again?
Yes.
Okay, great. So our 3 words for today are holistic, stewardship, and authentic. Can I please get Farah to read the first word?
Holistic, pertaining to the whole, comprehensive, and inclusive. Example sentence. The holistic approach to healthcare considers not only physical symptoms, but also mental, emotional, and social factors.
Thank you for reading. Shannon, can you read stewardship?
Stewardship. Noun. The responsible management and care for something entrusted to one's responsibility. Example sentence. Environmental stewardship is essential for preserving natural resources and protecting ecosystems for future generations.
Thank you. And Lucas, can you read authentic?
Authentic. Genuine, real, representing one's true nature or beliefs. Example sentence. The museum's collection includes authentic artifacts dating back to ancient civilizations, providing visitors with a glimpse into history.
Great job. So again, I'd like you to write a paragraph of any topic using these 3 words and try to be as creative as you can be, okay? Does anyone have any questions about any of these 3 words? No? Okay, so right now it's 12:03 Eastern time. Let's try to have this done by 12:13 and then we'll take it up together as a class, okay? Okay, class, so we'll get started with reading Shannon and Lucas's work. So Shannon, do you want to get started first?
And, once I was going to a museum of authentic artifacts when I saw this poster on the side of the road saying, "We need environmental stewardship in order to protect our world's ecosystems. Help now." Thought about the holistic approach to help preserve our world, then decided to join an after-school club to help protect our ecosystems and resources.
Awesome. So great job, Shannon. I like how you incorporated all three words into this paragraph. Once I was going to a museum of authentic artifacts. When I was going to a museum, I saw, so I'm just rearranging some of the words, okay? I saw this poster on the side of the road saying, awesome. So do those edits make sense for you?
Yes.
We just added a comma just to make it less wordy, okay? Take a
Mhm.
break. Okay, great job. And Lucas, you're up next.
The ch- the chef's cook the chef cooks authentic dishes for his customers. He has stewardship towards cooking meals that are authentic and delicious. His food is always holistic so that everybody could enjoy it.
Great job. So good work, Lucas. His food's always holistic, so everybody could enjoy it. Great work. If you wanted to add more creativity, I'll just add tips. Next time. Add more details. Example, what type of cuisine, etc. Just to add more imagery in our brains, okay? Does that make sense, Lucas? But what you have so far is really good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, good job. I know we're on a time crunch. I know if you had more time, you would probably do that. Okay, so next we have Farah. Let me post this here. Okay, Farah, you can go ahead.
Owning a dragon may seem fun and exciting at first, but once you look closer into the everyday aspects, you'll regret ever even thinking about owning one. Not only does it take a lot of responsible stewardship, but you also must be willing to let your dragon cry on your shoulder over the most trivial things, or have it uproot your whole garden with an accidental claw swipe. An holistic approach is also necessary to have a dragon. A dragon is a very emotionally sensitive animal, and while everyone knows the obvious necessities of dragons like its diet, many people are oblivious to the fact that sometimes dragons will cry all day long over a mean comment someone said to them. That is why if you were to have authentic care of a dragon, you would have to care for it mentally, emotionally, and physically with carefulness.
Awesome. So very creative, Farah. I really like that. So owning a dragon may seem fun and exciting at first, but once you look closer into so here, holistic, awesome job is also necessary to having a dragon. Awesome job. I really like that, Farah. Do you like dragon stories?
Yeah, I guess.
Like How to Train Your Dragon? Have you watched that movie?
No.
No. But yeah, awesome job. I think you should watch it. It's very similar. They take care of dragons and all of that. So awesome job. And Simon, are you still working on yours?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a bit hard for me. I don't know if I could do it.
That's okay. Do you have at least one sentence, two sentence?
No, I think I didn't really understand the two words like holistic and stewardship.
Okay. So here it is. So when you think about holistic, you're thinking about it's describing the whole. Okay. So an example, I think it's the one right here too, but a holistic approach not only if say you go to a doctor, the doctor gives you medication to heal a symptom, right?
Yeah.
But the person may have other things like mental issues that need to be addressed for the person to heal as well. Maybe the work environment that they're in is difficult as well. So you have to heal them in a holistic approach, meaning that you have to look at the whole picture. Does that make a little bit more
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then stewardship is the responsible management and care of something entrusted to one's responsibility. So, a lot of this word's usually used with the environment because we have a responsibility to manage and take care of the planet, right? So that's
Okay.
why we use stewardship here. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay if you don't want to write it this time, but we'll leave it be there, okay? If you are working
Okay.
on something, you can still post it in the chat and then I'll take it up, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so yesterday, so this is a good review for Simon as well. Yesterday, we went over summary writing. So, as you know, a summary is a shortened version of the most important information from the writing in your own words. Sorry. So the key points were to delete, substitute, and keep some information, analyze the text thoroughly, use summary frames and other organizers to determine important information, and for fiction pieces, be sure to review narrative elements for summary. So we went over the Midas touch. So we use the acronym Midas, M for main idea, identify main idea from topic sentence if there is one, or use basic signal words. I is for identifying supporting details. D is for disregarding unimportant information. A is to analyze redundant information, and S is to simplify, categorize, and label important information. So, I wanted to give you a few more strategies for effective summary writing. So, here they are. Can I get Lucas to read this slide, please?
Use keywords and phrases from the original text. Focus on the 5 W's and H: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Organize your summary logically, following the structure of the original text. Check your summary for accuracy and coherence.
Coherence, good job. So this was an example. So the original text title was The Impact of Climate Change on Polar Bears. And the main idea from this text was climate change is causing significant habitat loss and food scarcity for polar bears, leading to population decline and increased risk of extinction. And this is how the author summarized his work. Can I please get Farah to read this?
Climate change poses a grave threat to polar bears as it results in the loss of their icy habitat and reduces their access to food sources. With rising temperatures, Arctic sea ice is melting at an alarming rate, forcing polar bears to travel greater distances in search of prey. This increased movement not only expends more energy, but also reduces their hunting success, leading to malnutrition and decreased reproduction rates. Additionally, as sea ice diminishes, polar bears are increasingly coming into contact with humans, resulting in conflicts and further endangering their survival. Urgent action is needed to address climate change and mitigate its devastating impact on polar bear populations.
Awesome. It's a great job. So let me just close this. This paragraph, they do a great job of summarizing the article. Obviously, we didn't read the entire article, but here we can see how they have a clear topic sentence and they provide supporting details. And even though they provide supporting details, they're not giving information that's not needed. Okay? So they're not giving stats or facts like actual numbers, they're just giving generalized information. Okay, and they end off with the final call for action as well, which is really important. So the summary captures the main idea of the original text, highlighting the key points about the impact of climate change on polar bears' habitat, food sources, population decline. It omits minor details and focuses on conveying the essential information concisely and clearly. Okay, so tomorrow, because we're short on time, we will be reading an article, The Impact of Outdoor Learning on Student Development. And after we read this, we'll write a summary for this article, okay? So, just to finish off, we have about 5 more minutes. Let's do another oral discussion to finish off our class, okay? So we'll go back to today's book of the day. Okay, so from this story, we know that Louise's boyfriend makes insensitive comments about her ethnic group. She decides to take a stand against racism and cultural stereotypes. What would you do if you were in her situation?
I will probably do the same thing.
You would do the same thing? And how would you get your message across? Would you talk to people? Would you publish like a video, a newspaper article?
Probably publish a video.
Publish a video? Awesome. Anybody else?
I would probably do the same thing, but just put like newspapers or like a poster board on like in school.
Awesome. Great idea. Farah, what about you?
I would probably do what Shannon did. I'd probably just put like a poster on the school board or something.
Mm-hmm. Good, just to get the message across within the school. Good job. And Simon, what about you?
I think I will also put something on the scoreboard and also talk to other people, discuss with them, I think what they
Yeah.
think about it.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Simon. So yeah, how do you think Louise felt in this situation when her boyfriend makes these comments? Yeah, Simon, you can go ahead.
I think she would feel sad because like it's her boyfriend, is someone who she trusts and he's making fun of her and saying bad things we can say about her. I think she would be sad and disappointed.
Yeah, of course. That's really hurtful, right? Like you said, it's someone that she trusts. So having someone that you trust do this to you is very hurtful and it would definitely make her sad. Anybody else have anything else to add on?
The first thing I thought of was like if her boyfriend's doing this, then it's basically not her boyfriend anymore because like boyfriend are supposed to be like trusting and like supportive, but like probably felt like she felt kind of lost and like she doesn't have a real boyfriend anymore probably.
Of course, that is a really good point, Shannon. So whether if it's your boyfriend, your friend, someone that you trust, you would feel lost if they're, making these type of comments about your ethnic group, right? Because you belong to that group, and if they make comments like that, then you're really questioning your friendship or relationship with these people. So thank you for sharing that. Lucas, Farah, do you have anything else to add on?
No.
No? No? Okay. So good job today, everyone. So I'm going to email the homework for today. I just need to finish typing that up. So we'll do that by the end of today. Did anyone have any difficulties accessing the homework yesterday?
No, but I have a question. Like, I am new, so do you have my email?
Yeah, I think the Dr. Joe Academy will have your email. So I send the work to them and they send it to your parents
Okay.
or to your email, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Does anyone else have any other questions before we finish off class? No?
No.
Okay, so I hope you
No.
have an amazing day and I'll see you all tomorrow again, okay?
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.